Why We Sleep, written by C. E. Virgilio. Focus question: how is sleep important to good health? Introduction. Many know the pleasure of curling up between soft sheets and slowly fading into blissful slumber. Getting a good night's sleep is how we rest and recharge after a full day of busy activity. People and most other animals need sleep to function properly. Like food and water, sleep is necessary to keep mind sharp and bodies fit and ready to go. Wowzer. Do you know that people spend about a third of their lives asleep? That means someone who is 70 years old has spent 25 years snoozing. So, what is sleep? Falling asleep happens naturally and regularly. Sleep is also easily reversible. A loud noise is often all that is needed to wake up a sleeping person. So, what is sleep and what makes us fall asleep? People have struggled for centuries to answer these questions. The ancient Greek philosopher Aristotle considered sleep a quiet time of rest brought on by eating. That idea is not as strange as it sounds. Most people are ready for a nap after enjoying a big meal. Do you know? Aristotle believed that digesting food sent warm vapors to the head. The vapors then cooled and went to the heart, causing people to feel sleepy. While this is not true, how sleepy you feel does depend on the kind of food you eat. Some foods cause a sleepy feeling, while others, like chocolate, have caffeine. Those foods can make you perk up instead of wind down. Some 18th century researchers speculated that sleep was caused by sleep toxins that built up during the day and eventually caused the brain to shut down. As people slept, the substances faded away and the effects wore off. A better understanding of sleep emerged in the early 20th century. Studies conducted by German researcher Hans Berger showed that the brain does not really shut down. Instead, brain activity changes as wakefulness shifts to sleep. The idea that the brain remains somewhat active during sleep was groundbreaking. Berger's discovery prompted more research into how the brain functions during sleep. Researchers wanted to know just what caused the changes in brain waves. Scientists learned the buildup of substance called adenosine affects the brain and triggers sleep. The body produces adenosine naturally as it depends energy. Over the course of a day, more and more of this substance travels to the brain. There, it acts to slow down many body processes that are active when we are awake. It seems that those 18th century scientists who thought of sleep toxins were not that far off. The need for Z's. If our brain does not shut down while we snooze, what does it do? The answer: it helps it learn by solidifying memories and information for long-term use. The brain first stores much of what we learn is what we call short-term memory. Short-term memory provides a good temporary storage sign for new information, but it isn't big enough or strong enough to hold everything forever. We need to move information from short-term memory to long-term memory. This happens while we sleep. Our brain creates new connections to reorganize information and knowledge. During this cements information in long-term memory, making it easier to recall and use what we've learned. Not only does falling asleep involve a change in brain activity, but the body's processes change as well. When we're awake, the body breaks down cells and molecules as we use energy. This breaking down process is called catabolic activity. When we're asleep, the body shifts to anabolic activity, when new molecules form and cells are built up. This process restores body tissues and helps them grow. For this reason, sleep is essential to athletes. During training, they constantly break down cells and tissues. They need adequate rest to restore those issues and make them stronger. Anabolic processes are also the reason that new babies sleep so much. Most infants double their birth weight in 5 months. That rate of growth can only happen if there is more building up activity than breaking down activity. We also need sleep to help our bodies find illnesses and heal wounds. Sleep strengthens the body's immune system, the network of cells and tissues that work to fight infection. The body focuses its energy on healing rather than other activities. Studies show that during sleep, the body produces more white blood cells, which find illnesses. That's why doctors recommend best rest for their sick patients. Sleep disorders. There are a number of different sleep disorders. Here are three of the best known ones. Insomnia is an inability to fall asleep. People may suffer from insomnia for any number of reasons. Stress and worry may cause insomnia. Chronic pain or disease may make it impossible to sleep. Narcolepsy is almost opposite of insomnia. People affected with narcolepsy may automatically fall asleep at any time. They may experience sudden muscle weakness that causes them to fall to the ground, unable to move. These sleep attacks can be startling to observers. Sleepwalking is very common among teens. It is rare in adults. Sleepwalkers move around with their eyes open and engage in everyday activities such as walking, talking, or doing chores. A sleepwalking episode usually lasts less than 10 minutes. It is not dangerous or harmful to wake a sleepwalker, but it is best to simply lead the person back to bed. Sleep patterns. The benefits of sleep don't all happen at once. Sleep goes through multiple cycles. To understand how sleep works, researchers monitor brain activity, eye movement, breathing rates, and heart rates in sleeping people. They record all these measurements in a single graph called a hypnogram. The hypnogram shows a pattern of different stages of sleep. The two types of sleep, rapid eye movement called REM sleep and non-rapid eye movement called REM sleep, and REM sleep have three different stages. During the first stage, people feel drowsy and start to doze. They may twitch and suddenly jerk awake, imagining they are falling. This stage doesn't last more than 10 minutes. During stage 2 of REM, muscle activity decreases and the sleeper becomes less aware of the outside world. This is when memories start to shift from short-term to long-term. More than half of all sleep time is spent in stage 2 and REM sleep. During stage 3 and REM, sleepers begin to dream and form permanent memories. Breathing rate, heart rate, blood pressure, and brain temperature are lowest during this stage. It is usually very hard to wake someone from this deep sleep. This stage lasts for nearly a quarter of sleep time. After cycling through NREM stages, sleepers enter REM sleep, which is quite different from the other stages of sleep. As the name suggests, closed eyes move rapidly from side to side. It's as if they are watching a ping pong match. Brain activity, breathing, and heart rate are almost at waking levels. Instead of resting, the brain is beating along, yet the sleeper's body is completely still. Muscles become almost completely paralyzed during this stage. Perhaps that is because of the wild dreams that take place during REM sleep. Getting a good night's rest. Many things should happen when our tired head hits the pillow. When they don't, it can cause trouble for us during the day. When we are sleep deprived, we can become cranky and make more mistakes when working. We're also less creative and have difficulty with problem solving. Our brain doesn't struggle alone. Studies show that the body has a harder time maintaining a stable body temperature without enough sleep. Wounds even take longer to heal. It is vital to maintain a good and consistent sleep habits. Try to go to bed and wake up at the same time each day. This helps keep your body on a regular schedule. It also helps if you limit screen time. Try not to watch television, do computer work, or even use a tablet or smartphone right before turning in for the night. Avoid intense activity before going to bed. Going for a walk is fine, but anything more could increase your body temperature and make it hard to fall asleep. If you do have trouble falling asleep, try taking a warm bath or shower beforehand. Either one will relax your muscles and help you sleep into a peaceful slumber. Good sleep habits keep the body healthy and the mind sharp. Remember, if you don't snooze, you just might lose. Here's some glossary of the new words. Anabolic activity is the metabolic process during which the body builds or mends cells. Brain waves is the part of the brain activity that can be measured in electric currents. Catabolic activity is the metabolic process during which the body breaks down cells to use for energy. Function. Human systems, molecules monitor, restore, schedule, sleep deprived, solidifying, and temporary are all they're familiar words for me, so you just need to refer to it if you struggle to not understand new words. Some connections. Writing. Think about your bedtime routine and sleep habits. Using information from the book, write about whether you could change your habits. Math. If people spend about 1/3 of their life asleep, how many years have you spent asleep so far? So right now I'm like 13 years old. So if I spend 1/3 of my life dedicated to sleeping, then so far I've already spent like at least 4 years for sleeping, right? That's a much a long time than you might thought.
Good job.
Now let's do the quiz. What does our brain do while we sleep? Shuts off completely? No, it's not true. It's B. I think stage 1 and REM. Wait, it's stage 2? I think stage 1. If you see someone automatically falling asleep at any time, which of the following disorders might you conclude they have? This. According to the author, why is sleep so important for infants? C. Read this sentence from the book. To understand how sleep works, researchers monitor brain activity, eye movement, breathing rate, and heart rate in sleeping people. Which sentence used the word monitor in the same way? B. According to the author, which of the following sounds might wake a sleeping person up? A person talking a picture in the street, door slamming the door. That is a huge noise, so probably it can wake the person up. A sleeping person, I'm sorry. Which of the following might happen as a result of getting a good night's sleep? A. Which food might make a person feel more awake after eating it? Chocolate, because it contains caffeine, and that may makes you become more, alert, and you can become aware of what things happen rather than feeling sleepy. Which stage of sleep lasts the shortest amount of time? REM, right? Because stage 2 accounts for 50 to 60% of their sleeping stage. So I think REM. Sleep helps restore body tissues and helps them grow. Remain. How is sleep important to good health? It depends on your opinion. But personally, I think sleep is
You
good for our
passed.
health.
Now, get
Because,
that perfect score.
First, it helps to solidify or reinforce their short-term memory, to convert things from the short-term memory into the long-term memory. And the second thing, it makes you become more alert and, prepare for the next day, right? So you can become more energetic, you can ace your exams. Yeah, and if you sleep deprived, you may experience a lot of troubles and problems regarding your health, your mental and physical health. So yeah, that's...
Click on the items with the red X.
Oh, it's not REM. I think it's stage 1. Restore, it means repair.
Look at you go!
Okay.
A perfect score.
Thanks so much for watching this video, and if you have any more questions about it, just feel free to comment down below. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye bye. Ơi.
只要你在，他站在地球的另一边看月亮，他躺在巴黎的海滩上晒太阳。
Written by C.E. Virgilio.